In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you how to crochet this little hat for babies between 3 and 6 months old. It's super easy to make. I'd say it's ideal for beginners. Now, you can also make this little hat for any size, any age, from a newborn size and up to an adult size, following standard size measurements. I'll go ahead and leave these measurements in the information box below, and I'll also leave the link to my Etsy shop if you prefer a written pattern. Thank you so much for your support. Now, let's get started, and thanks for watching. Okay, to crochet this little hat, I'll be using this 3.5mm crochet hook, and today I'm using this number 3 yarn. This is the yarn brand that I'm using. It's Preemie Bamboo Joy. This is a light number 3 yarn. Now, the little hat that I'm going to make in the tutorial is for babies between 3 and 6 months old, but you can make it for any size, any age, using any yarn weight with any hook size. In the information box below, I'm going to leave you some standard size measurements, such as the width of the crown and the length of the hat, so be sure to check that out. So here, to begin, the first thing that we're going to do is a magic circle. So hold the yarn like this and wrap it around 2 fingers. Right here where the yarn joins, hold it and insert your hook and grab a loop. And here's the magic circle. Now, here we're going to chain 2. And inside this circle now, we're going to make a total of 12 double crochets. Like this. That's 1, 2, 3. Here we're going to start with the crown, and for 3 to 6 months the width of the crown needs to be about 5 inches. So we're going to start with 12 double crochets, and then we're going to increase our circle until it measures about 5 inches. So here, this is going to be the first row. Finish, and then I'll come back and show you what we need to do next. I finished making these 12 double crochets. Now just pull this end here, and this hole is going to close. Once the hat is done, we can just weave this all around. That way this part doesn't open. Now to finish here, we're going to go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. And here is the first row with 12 double crochets. Now for the second row here, we're going to chain 2. And in this row, we're going to make 2 double crochets on each one of these double crochets. So beginning into the same stitch we joined, make 2 double crochets. Then 2 double crochets into the next, 2 double crochets into the next, and so on. This is how we're going to continue for the second row, just making 2 double crochets on each double crochet. At the end of this second row, we're going to have 24 double crochets. Continue, finish this row. I'll meet you at the end. I finished the second row. I have 24 double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the third row, chain 2. And in this row, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make 2 double crochets, then 1, 2, 1, 2, 1 all around. Beginning into the same stitch we joined, which is the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Into the next, make 1. Into the next, make 2. Into the next, make 1. And into the next, make 2. This is how we're going to continue all around. At the end of this third row, you're going to have 36 double crochets. I'm here at the end of this third row. I have a total of 36 double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the fourth row, I'm going to chain 2. In this row, I'm going to make 2, then 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, and so on. Let me show you. Beginning on top of the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Now into the next 2, make 1. Into the next one, make 2. And that's all you're going to do for this fourth row. At the end of this fourth row, we're going to have 48 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. I finished the 4th row. I have 48 double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 5th row, chain 2. In this row, we're going to make 2 double crochets, then into the next 3, 1, 2, and into the next 3, 1. Let me show you. Beginning into the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Now in the next 3, make 1. In the next, make 2, and in the next 3, make 1. And that's all we're going to do here for this 5th row. At the end of this 5th row, we're going to have 60 double crochets. Continue making 2, then 3, 2, 3, and so on. I'll meet you at the end of this 5th row. I finished the 6th row. I have 60 double crochets. Now to finish this 5th row, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the 6th row, we're going to chain 2. In this row, we're going to make 2, then into the next 4, 1, 2, and into the next 4, 1. Let me show you. Beginning into the first double crochet, make 2 double crochets. Now into the next 4 double crochets, make 1. Into the next, make 2, and into the next 4, make 1. And this is how we're going to continue here for this 6th row. Continue, finish this 6th row. At the end, you're going to have 72 double crochets. I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this 6th row. I have 72 double crochets. Now to finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now this part here is done. This here is the width of the crown. Here we're going to measure. I mentioned that this here needs to be about 5 inches, which for me, it's a little bit over 5 inches, which is fine. If for some reason with your tension, you only get 5 rows instead of 6, then it's fine. The important thing here is the measurement. Here I decided to add 1 extra row because if I only did 5 rows, then it would have been a little too short. It would have been a little bit over 4.5 inches, and I wanted this to be somewhat exact. So now if you're making it for any other size, remember in the information box I'll leave the measurement here for the width of the crown. So now we're going to continue and start this pattern here. So here we're going to chain 1, and into this same stitch, which is the same we joined, make a fan. So you're going to make 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Now skip 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, make a fan. Again, skip 3, 1, 2, 3, and into the 4th, a fan. Remember that each fan consists of 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue all around for this first row. I'll meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this first row. I have 18 fans. To finish, go on top of the first double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for the second row, we're going to turn. Don't chain or anything, just turn. Here's the first fan. On top of the first double crochet of this fan, make a slip stitch. Now into the second double crochet of this fan, make a front post slip stitch. Now chain 3, and inside the chain space of this fan, make a V-stitch. Now into the third double crochet of this same fan, a front post double crochet. Now each one of these fans, this is how you're going to work. Front post double crochet into the second double crochet, a V-stitch inside the chain 1 space, and then a front post double crochet into the third double crochet. And that's how you're going to continue all around. I will meet you at the end of this second row. I'm here at the end of this second row. I have 18 fans. To finish, go into the third chain here and join with a slip stitch. Now for the third row, turn. Don't chain or anything, just turn. Here we're going to repeat this row of fans, and we're going to make each fan here inside each one of the chain spaces. Here for this first fan, you're going to make 3 slip stitches. So 1 into the first double crochet, the second one into the second double crochet, and the third slip stitch inside the chain space. Now chain 3, and into this same chain space here, make a double crochet, 1 chain, 2 double crochets. So here's the first fan. Now into each one of the chain spaces of each fan, you're going to repeat the same thing. 2 double crochets, chain 1, 2 double crochets. Continue like this to the end of this third row. I will meet you at the end. I'm here at the end of this third row. This is where I did the row of fans. To finish here, we always go into the third chain and join with a slip stitch. Make sure that you grab both loops here of this chain. That way this here doesn't stretch that stitch there. Now at the end of every row, you're always going to have 18 fans, and like I said, you repeat these 2 rows. So for the 4th row, we're going to repeat the 2nd row. That's when we turn here and we make a slip stitch into the first double crochet, and then into the second double crochet of this first fan here, you work a front post slip stitch, then you chain 3. Inside the chain space, you make a V-stitch, and then you make a front post double crochet. And then again, you repeat front post double crochet, V-stitch inside the chain space, and then front post double crochet. And that's how you're going to work the remaining fans. When you finish this row, you're going to join here with a slip stitch into the third chain, then you're going to turn and then repeat exactly what I did in the third row. And that's how we're going to continue here. Now I'm going to do this until this part here measures about, let's see, the total length needs to be about 6 inches. So I'm going to continue here for about, I don't know, for another inch or so, because I'm going to make this last inch here into my brim. Continue watching. I will let you know how many rows I'm going to do here for this part. Now, if you're making this for any other size, just leave about, I don't know, 0.75 of an inch to an inch from the total height so that you can work the brim. Continue watching. I will let you know how many rows this is here for me. So I will meet you at the end of that row. I'm here at the end of this 6th row. To finish, I'm just going to go here into the third chain and join with a slip stitch. Now this part here is done as it is. It's measuring about 5 inches, which is about 12.5 centimeters. So I'm going to leave about an inch here for the brim. If you're making this in any other size, just leave about an inch or so from the total height for your brim. Now for the 7th row, I'm going to chain 2. And into this same space here, make a half double crochet. These 2 chains here counts as the first half double crochet. So here I have 2 half double crochets. Inside each one of the chain spaces of each fan, make 2 half double crochets. And in the middle between the fans, make 2 half double crochets. Again, 2 half double crochets into the chain space of the fan. And then in the middle between the fans, 2 half double crochets. Continue like this all around. I will meet you at the end. I finished the 7th row. Here at the end, I just joined to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, pass my yarn through that last loop. I have a total of 72 half double crochets all around. Now here to continue, I'm going to change to this white yarn here. If you're not changing, it's okay, just chain 1. So here I'm going to join to the 2 chains. Again, grab a loop here and chain 1. Now here we're going to work front post and back post half double crochet. So beginning here where we have the 2 chains, I'm going to work a front post half double crochet into the next back post half double crochet into the next front post half double crochet, and so on. Continue like this all around. I'll meet you at the end of this 8th row. I'm here at the end of this 8th row. This is where I did front post and back post half double crochets. To finish, go on top of the first half double crochet and join with a slip stitch. Now for rows 9 and 10, this is what we're going to do. I'm going to chain 1, and here we're just going to work these stitches in the same way. This first stitch is a front post half double crochet, so make a front post half double crochet. the next row back post half double crochet, the next stitch front post half double crochet, the next stitch back post half double crochet, and so on. So continue and finish this 9th row, and then repeat the same thing for the 10th row. I will meet you at the end of that 10th row. I finished making this last row here at the end. I just joined to the beginning with a slip stitch, cut my yarn, passed my yarn through that last loop, and the brim is done. I did a total of 3 rows, 2 rows of front post and back post half double crochets, plus the first row that we did of half double crochets. And here's the finished little hat. Now here I just sewed in this little bow. You can look on YouTube how to make bows, and lots of tutorials will come up, which is what I did. Or you can add a little pom-pom. Now let me try this little hat on one of my little models here. Now her head size here is for 3 to 6 month size hat, and look how perfect that fits on her. Now remember, you can make this hat for any size, any age, using the measurements that I'm going to leave in the information box below. You can use any yarn weight with any hook size, and just follow the tutorial and you'll easily make your hat for any size, any age. Okay, so this was today's tutorial. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time.